Realme is a sub-brand of OPPO Mobile. Apart from OPPO, Realme phones are doing pretty good in the market right now. So in this video, I am going to present to you the best Realme smartphones that you can buy right now. Realme 5S is available in the market from November 2019. The phone got a 6.5-inch IPS LCD touchscreen display and a resolution of 720x1600 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9. It is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. The Realme 5S has installed 11nm Snapdragon 665 processor for its performance with integrated GPU Adreno 610, 4GB of RAM with 64GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 256GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of the smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. 48MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 8MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture and the 2MP dedicated macro lens with f2.4 aperture and the fourth camera is 2MP depth sensor lens with f2.4 aperture. On the front side, it has 13MP selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. Realme 5S operates Android 9 Pie ColorOS 6 operating system. As for the battery, it has 5000 mAh non-removable battery with 10W fast battery charging support. The phone available in 3 color variants: crystal purple, crystal blue, crystal red, and its weighs about 198 grams. Realme 6 is a mid-budget range smartphone, and the Pro version of this smartphone distinguished by cameras and hardware from Qualcomm and slightly larger screen. Realme 6 is available in the market from March 2020. The phone got a 6.5-inch IPS LCD touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080x2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9. And this display has 480 nits brightness and 90 Hz refresh rate. Realme 6 is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3 and it has splash resistant. The Realme 6 has installed 12nm MediaTek Helio G90T processor for its performance with integrated GPU Mali G76 MC4. It has 4GB, 6GB and 8GB RAM variant with 64GB, 128GB, UFS 2.1 internal storage respectively. And the phone supports an expansion of memory up to 256GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 16MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 8MP ultra-wide lens with f2.3 aperture and the 2MP macro lens with f2.2 aperture and the 2MP depth sensor lens with f2.2 aperture. And the back camera can record 120fps video at 1080p resolution and it has gyro electronic image stabilization system. On the front side, it has 16MP selfie camera with 2.0 aperture. Realme 6 offers Android 10 with Realme UI operating system. As for the battery, it has 4300 mAh non-removable battery with 30W fast battery charging support. It can charge 0 to 100% in just 30 minutes. And the phone is available in 2 color variants: Comet Blue, Comet White, and its weighs about 191 grams. Realme X50 5C is available in the market from January 2020. The phone got a 6.57-inch IPS LCD touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080x2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The Realme X50 5G has installed 7nm Snapdragon 765G processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 620. It has 6GB, 8GB or 12GB of RAM with 128GB or 256GB of internal storage respectively. This phone does not have any slot for placing a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 64MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and 12MP telephoto lens with f3.0 aperture and a 8MP ultra-wide lens with f2.3 aperture, and the fourth camera is 2MP macro camera with f2.4 aperture. On the front side, it has dual camera setup. It has 16MP selfie camera with f2.0 aperture and the 8MP ultra-wide selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Realme X50 5G operates Android 10 ColorOS 7 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4200 mAh non-removable battery with 30-watt fast battery charging support, which can charge 70% in just 30 minutes by the help of OPPO Flash Charge 4.0. The phone available in two color variant, Glacier and Polar, and it weighs about 202 grams. Realme X2 Pro available in the market from October 2019. The phone offers flagship features like OnePlus in cheaper price range. The phone got a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen display and resolution of 1080x2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The Realme X2 Pro has installed 7nm Snapdragon 855 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 640 GPU turbo up to 700 MHz, 6GB, 8GB or 12GB of RAM with 128GB, 256GB of internal storage respectively. This phone does not have any slot for placing a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side, 64MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 13MP telephoto lens with f2.5 aperture and the 8MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is a 2MP depth sensor lens with f2.4 aperture. On the front side, it has 16MP selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. Realme X2 Pro operates Android 9 Pie, planned to upgrade Android 10 ColorOS 6.1 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4000 mAh non-removable battery with 50-watt OPPO super fast battery charging support, which can charge 100% in just 35 minutes. The phone available in 4 color variant: Lunar White, Neptune Blue, Red Mustard Edition, Grey Mustard Edition, and it weighs about 199 grams. Realme X50 Pro 5G announced in February 2020. The phone got a 6.44-inch 90Hz Super AMOLED display and a resolution of 1080x2400 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The Realme X50 Pro 5G has installed 7nm plus Snapdragon 865 processor for its performance, with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 650. It has 6GB, 8GB or 12GB of RAM with 128GB or 256GB of UFS 3.0 internal storage respectively. This phone does not have any slot for placing a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 64MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 12MP telephoto lens with f2.5 aperture and the 8MP ultra-wide lens with f2.3 aperture, and the fourth camera is 2MP black and white depth sensor lens. The back camera features LED flash, HDR panorama, gyro EIS etc. And this camera can record 4K video at 30 frames per second and 1080p video at 60 frames per second. On the front side, it has dual camera setup. It has 32MP selfie camera with f2.5 aperture and the 8MP selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Realme X50 Pro 5G operates Android 10 Realme UI 1.0 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4200 mAh non-removable battery with 65-watt super fast battery charging support. The phone available in 2 color variant, moss green, rust red, and it weighs about 207 grams.